Okay, great, guys. We're doing some paper one revision, English home language, but the first additional guys are more than welcome to join us because it can only help you. We are doing question paper one, home language, Feb-March 2016 is what we are referring to and using as a reference. Okay, great. Okay, clause is a group of words, clause with a verb. The boy who eats apples every day. Okay, so the boy kicks the ball. The boy who eats apples. Can you hear the word eats is in there? Apples every day. That's the group of words with a verb. A phrase would be the boy with the black t-shirt. With the black t-shirt. No verb in there. That's a phrase. Complex. Now let's start with a simple sentence. A simple sentence. Who has the definition for a simple sentence? Try that. What constitutes a sentence for it to be noted as a sentence? What would make a sentence a sentence? What do we need in a sentence to say this is a sentence? What do we need? What type of word do we need in a sentence in order for us to say it's a sentence? There must be a verb in a sentence. I'll give you a verb, one verb, and tell me if it's a sentence. Eat. Is that a sentence? It's an absolute sentence. It gives you an instruction. You understand. Sit. It's a sentence. Go. Can you hear the verb in there? Now you know what we need. Now let's talk about a simple sentence. What do you need in this? What's a simple sentence? Thank you. One verb. Got it? One verb. Go. That's a simple sentence. It can't get any more simple than that. Okay. Or the boy kicks the ball. Can you hear that? This sentence. The boy was kicking the ball. What type of sentence is that? Simple sentence. Why? Is that so? What is the finite verb in that sentence? The boy was kicking the ball. Great, but what is the finite verb in the sentence? Remember we discussed finite verbs. You can make notes: finite verbs and infinite verbs. What's a finite verb? I think you have it in your list. I already told you what that was. Your list at the back. Did you not note finite in your list at the back? Finite verb. Finite verb would be all the verbs in your sentence, i.e., the boy kicks the ball. Finite verb in that sentence is? Great. The boy was kicking the ball. Finite verb in that sentence. Kicking. The boy was kicking. Okay, let's start again. What is the primary verb in that sentence? The boy was kicking the ball. Okay. Do you have a helping verb in there? An auxiliary verb? Of course you do, because you can't say the boy kicking the ball. Was is the auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb equals helping verb. So the finite verb in that sentence is was kicking. Will be kicking. The boy will be kicking the ball tomorrow. Will be kicking. It's still one verb. That is called a finite verb because what's the function of a finite verb? One, it shows tense. It indicates to us what the tense is. And two, it can be more than one verb. Auxiliary verb plus primary verb. We did this. Do you remember that? So will be kicking, will be, it shows tense, it's going to happen tomorrow. Then it can be more than one verb. The helping verb plus the main verb will be kicking. Got it? The primary verb. You with me for now? Okay, great. So in this sentence, the boy will be kicking the ball. Is that, what type of sentence is that? Remember the actual definition for a simple sentence is one finite verb. One finite verb. So the boy will be kicking the ball. What type of sentence is that? Simple. It has one finite verb. We just discovered what a finite verb is. It shows tense. Will be shows tomorrow. The primary verb is kicking. The helping verb will be. Got it? Great. Now, then let's talk about what a complex sentence is. Okay, compound. Let's talk about compound. Do you remember we did this last week? You must know the difference between a compound and a complex sentence. Yes, yes, your thing I printed for you last week. I'm here for you, boy. Okay, let's go. Compound, or no, complex, compound, yes. Who does business? Do you know compound? Yes. You know what it is? Of course you do. It's when you have, let's say we have interest. So we have, let's say they give you a rate of 10% interest. So they will say, here's your 100 Rand for this month, we're giving you 10% interest. But we're going to calculate this going forward based on compound. So they'll say 100 Rand, 10% is 10 Rand on 100 Rand. So it's 110 Rand. Now for the next month, when they calculate compound, they don't give 100 plus the next 10%. It's now 110 plus the next 10%. So it's on 110 this month. Next month, after they've added the 11 Rand, it's on 121 Rand. Can you see now? Compound. So compound means we're adding things together. So in the case of a compound sentence, we may have a main sentence plus, we may add two main sentences. It can have more than one finite verb, and it's joined by a conjunction. Let's read it. It says, the compound sentence has two or more finite verbs. In other words, two or more clauses. Remember, a clause is a group of words with a verb. So if we say the boy who loves eating apples kicks the ball, can you see that's compound? The boy who loves eating apples, there's clause number one, who loves eating apples. Kicks the ball is clause number two. Finite verb number two. Finite verb number one, finite verb number two. Boom. Put it together. Compound. Complex. So remember we did in terms of complex sentence. What we did with a complex sentence is we said, we discussed clauses. Main clause and dependent clause. Okay. So the main clause, remember we said Daniel got good marks. Main clause. A main clause does not need anything else to explain itself. It can stand on its own. Then we had a subordinate clause or the dependent clause. Do you remember that? In order for us to understand the subordinate clause, it needs the main clause. It cannot stand on its own. Daniel got good marks because he studied hard. Because he studied hard cannot stand on its own. When you have because he studied hard, it means we now need a main clause. Let's read what the definition is of a complex sentence. Complex sentence. A complex sentence has a main clause, covered, and one or two subordinate clauses. Great. So when we say Daniel Daniel got good marks because he studied hard, what is that? What type of sentence is that? Daniel got good marks because he studied hard. You're saying complex, just okay. Why? I hear what you are saying. Remember now, in your complex, in your compound sentence, it's also joined by a conjunction because it's a conjunction. Got it? So here's the deal. Here's your answer to that. Daniel got good marks is your main clause. Then, and it can have one or more than one subordinate clause. Listen to this. Daniel got good marks because he studied hard. Because he studied hard is a subordinate clause because it needs the main clause to make sense. So there's one main clause and one subordinate clause. Complex. Everybody okay with that? Okay, let's go back here. Let's make everyone's lives a bit more simple. Okay, simple sentence equals one finite verb, and we know what a finite verb is. Does the following shows tense, and two can be more than, actually that sign is that, one verb. Will be, was kicking, past tense, was is the helping verb. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Hi, sir. Seriously.
Oh my word, I'm so sorry. Where have you been? What's
Yes,
up?
sir. But like we've been listening and making notes.
Such good students, eh? So studious. There we go. So a simple sentence equals as one finite verb, and a finite verb shows tense, and it can be more than one verb. In other words, the boy kicks, one verb. Was kicking shows tense. Was is the helping verb or the auxiliary verb. Kicking is the primary verb. Will be kicking. Kicking is still the primary verb. Will be is helping. It shows tense. Got it? Now, what other type of sentence do we have? Number two is a compound sentence. Compound means we're putting things together. What does a compound sentence look like? Two or more finite verbs. Let me give you a simple example. Just have a look at this. Yeah, let's do this. Kathy hates maths, but she loves running. Finite verb number one. Can you see her? She loves running. Can also stand on its own. Okay, that was amazing. Finite verb number one. Finite verb number two. The sentence can stand on its own. So they've joined it with a conjunction. Joining word. Okay, let's do complex. Complex. One main clause. What's the main story? In other words, can stand on its own. Plus, it can have one or more than one Subordinate clause, no? And it's again joined by a conjunction, with a conjunction. Do you want an example? Yeah, and in this instance, you'll see this conjunction already starts right at the beginning. Although Kathy hates maths. And there's another conjunction, spends most of the time looking out the window. Spends most of time looking out the window. She is very polite in the classroom. So in a compound sentence, you always look for what is the main clause. Where is Jaden? It's fine, just miss out on this work. Got it. So give me the main sentence in this, the main clause in this sentence. Go for it, Jade.
I'm thinking that prepared.
Okay, that's her point of view. Anyone else? Main clause. Main clause. Main sentence. You have, is that yours? What do you have? Yes. You are right. She is very polite in the classroom, can stand on its own, main clause. Here you can see it's joined by a conjunction. Here's your first conjunction, although Cat hates math. And here's your other conjunction. She spends most of her time looking out the window. So see what the main clause is and then see where your conjunctions are. Those are your subordinate clauses. Got it? Awesome. Now let's go back to this question paper. Where are we now? Yeah. Is the above sentence a clause? So if you know what a clause is and you don't think it's a clause, rule it out. Move on. Don't even think about it. Is the complex sentence? Is the simple sentence? Now go to a simple sentence in your head and find out, is there more than one verb? Then rule simple sentence out. Then you left, it's either complex or compound. Go for it. What do you have? Compound for you. Jane, what do you have? A clause. What's a clause? Are you guessing? You never guess in English. You never guess. You know what you're talking about. What's a clause? A group of things, a group of what? Is this just a group of words with a verb? It's not a clause. Let's go. Anyone else? I just explained to you. The boy who loves apples, who eats apples, kicks the ball. Who eats apples is the group of words with a verb. Got it? But it's not a full sentence. It's just a clause. So if it's not a clause, now you think, okay, it's one of the other three. Then figure out what one of the other three is. Let's go for it. Then there's a simple sentence. A simple sentence has what? One finite verb. One finite verb. Is this a simple sentence? No, because there's more than one finite verb. Move on with your life. Next one. Compound or complex? Compound for you. Bona, what do you have? Why? And a complex? Hey, stop there. Move on. It's not. That's a clause. Move on. What do you have? Coco? It is? It's compound. Why? Two or more? I'm not hearing you. The devil is a liar. There's a finite verb in complex as well. Hey, I know what I told you. Complex, you have more than. Let's go. Next one. Why? I want to know the why. If you can tell me the why, you can identify it in any sentence.
Two descriptions.
Move on. Go. Full sentence. Go. That's simple sentence. Let's go. The Jessica. Why? I spent the last half an hour explaining this to you. Let's go. That's why I'm here. Let's go. And you all said, yes, yeah, yes. Here we go.
Okay. So it's two or more finite verbs.
Go away. Let's go. Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's hear you out.
So it's two or more finite verbs. Two might say this.
Yes, you were saying. You were saying. Yeah.
Two or more might.
Go away. Let's go. Think about it before you talk to me. Let's go. Jessica, what did you say? One, it has a main clause. And then it has one or more subordinate clauses. Remember, every one of those subordinate clauses will have a finite verb, so don't tell me there's more than one finite verb. A complex sentence also has more than one finite verb. Go, speakers, Buko. Main clause plus one or more than one subordinate clause. They cannot stand on its own. It needs the main clause. Then it's joined by a conjunction. Although Kathy hates math, there's your conjunction too. And she looks out of the window most of the time. Conjunction number two. Boom. Subordinate clause number two. She is very polite in the classroom. Main clause. Got it. In this instance, let's look at what they gave us. Africa, which is often regarded, is which a what? Which is a what? Yes. Which? The word which? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Finally, someone is with me on the same page. You look for the conjunction and then you see what the next thing says. You got it? Which is often regarded as the cradle of winners of Grammys and recipients. Got it? Got it? Main clause. So the main clause is Africa has risen above the tide. Subordinate clause, which is often regarded, imagine you start the sentence, which is often regarded as Oscar winners and Grammy recipients. Can you see? You need a main clause. Go look for your main clause. That's how you deal with it. Or it's going to bite you in the back and you're going to come up with things like, it's a phrase, it's a clause. I must mark you. If I am the guy who marks you, I will phone you personally, your mother and your mother's mother, to do you in. Yeah. Okay. Or throw you with something. Okay. Oh, yes, it's compound. Thank you so much. Well done. You were right, but I always want you to be able to explain why. If you can answer the why in the class, you can answer the why in the exam papers. Else, it's a guessing game for you. There's no guessing in any language. It's like math. The whole thing must give you the total sum amount. 1 plus 1 equals 2. That's language for you. Okay, let's see if there's anything sinister, more sinister in this paper. Let's do oh, we did antonyms, we did synonyms. Let's go back up. Maybe we should do, I don't know. That's interesting. Let's use this one. Oh, that's advertisements, and that is, it's not that easy. I will tell you when it's easy. It's easy when you understand it. Okay, let's go. We're going to come back here. I think we can do some of that today to see if there's anything else in here that could. Somebody is horrible. It gets complicated, yes. We can do that the closer we get to the exams. The significance of the claim, the internet screen, the adventure. There was something in here that I wanted to allude to that is very interesting. I think I saw that in another paper, but I want to ask you the following. What is the function of the hyphen? Oh, no. Yeah, let's use this. It's not in this paper, but I'm going to ask it. Just hold up. Hold up. Can Sir say something? Okay. So remember we asked the question last week. This is a long-term trend. We've been tracking it for 2 years now. So remember we asked what's the function of the dash. Then we said what will follow? Or more words, or more information, a development follows. Now I'm asking you in this instance, it's not in this question paper, but I'm asking you, what is the function of the hyphen? It joins two words together, but what is the function of the hyphen in this instance? Yes, go ahead. Anyone else? Just think about it. Always look at in what context they use the word. Always look at how they use the word. Jaden, stay with me, my boy, please. Come now. Long term, there's the hyphen. But the other word is dash. The other thing is a dash. Can you see here? Here's your dash, but this is your hyphen. It's part of what you were saying. Go for it, Boko. I'm sorry. Long term.
I think people have to try to
So what? This is what you do in your exam paper. You take that word out. You say this is your hyphen. Yeah? Then we did trend. The word next to it is long-term trend. That's your dash. What is the function of this hyphen here? Okay, that's a good start. Let's go. You were on the part, someone go for it.
Um, is it like Jones? Yes.
Hyphen. Go now. Go ahead. It joins. Not a group. You can see it joins these two words. Joins words. Can you see? Joins words. Kelly Ann. Kelly's mom's name is Kelly Hue. And that one's there. Her auntie's name is Ann. And then they join those two words to form Kelly Ann. Got it? Okay, great. But now, what does it do in this instance? Makes it what? It makes it what? You know this answer is smack bang in your face. You're not connecting the dots yet. What is this? What is this? What type of word is this?
Someone's name.
It's a name, it's a noun. What type of noun?
Proper noun.
Thank you people, thank you for helping me out. So this is a proper noun. Do you remember? You said noun. So because you get a common noun, you get a proper noun, you get a what type of noun? Oh, there we go, great. So proper nouns are spelled with a capital letter. Do you remember that? So what did the hyphen do in this instance? It joined these two words to form a
To form a new word.
to form a proper noun. It's standing on. It's right in front of you. It to form a proper noun. Got it? Can you see that? Okay. What did it do in this instance here? Let's start with Buko. You said it joined the words to form what?
To form a new adjective.
Now, if you look at it, you will see it now. Randy was that you?
So,
Yes. Please give us that answer.
to form a new adjective.
Awesome. Start again. That's why I say look at it in context. Number one, what word is this? What is this? What type of word is that?
Your noun.
What is this?
Your common noun.
A noun again. What type of noun? Yeah, just throw something. Just shake the box and then pick a number. You're just helping. Okay, great. That's you're helping verb today. So here we go. This is what we call a common noun because it's a thing. It's in this instance. This is a concept, trend. Got it? Common noun. But now next to the common noun is another word. What does this do to this word?
That describes the common noun. So an adjective describes the object, which is the common noun.
Are you with her? You with her? Because this could have been, let's use any other thing. This could have been a blue trend. Then blue is describing the noun. Can you see that? So this is an adjective. Add to the object. It describes the noun. Adjective. What did the hyphen do in this instance? Grade 12. You're going to say it did this to do that. It joined these two words to form an adjective. That's your answer. Thank you, grade 12. That's how you answer those questions. Because they testing, that's why I always ask you, if you can answer the why, you're good. What would I do in this instance to simplify my life? I would do this. So they've given you this complex thing called long-term trend. I would say the following. Okay, this is a noun. Let's make it a noun. Let's make it shoes. Because a noun is a thing. I would say, let's call this my blue shoes. What did I do? I said, hey, this represents that, a noun, common noun. This is explaining, or that is describing the color of the shoes, or the shoes. This is an adjective. This is replacing that. This is an adjective. So what the hyphen did was, it joined these two words to form an adjective that describes the noun. You do not complicate your life. They're going to give you words. It's going to be like, what the heck is this? Simplify your life. Connect the dots. Okay? You with me? Thank you so much. We know all Okay. Let's do some no comprehension. You need to read and then you give the answer. But they will ask you this type of questions. They will say, refer to the adjective in line 5 and explain the usage. Or refer to the hyphenated word in paragraph 6 and explain the usage thereof. So that's the type of questions they'll ask you. Why don't we just do, let's do, yes.
The dash. What was the use of
No. This is a hyphen, but the dash, for instance, here will say the trend that happened, blah, 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 in the 1980s. It always gives you more information, or a development of the sentence follows.
Thank you, sir.
It gives more information. Then the colon, function of a colon. Function of a colon. Thank you so much. Can you please get the following? Colon. I explained this to Peter. Colon. Blah, 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 blah. Explanation follows. Dash. Information follows. Hear the difference? Let's do cartoons. You happy with that, Nate? The easy one. No, it's fine. Cartoons. Let's explain this. Cartoons are almost the most apparent things. It's so in your face, you can't see it. It's like that simple. Let's see what you need in cartoons. So in cartoons, let's do the following. You're going to have what they call a window. Can you close that door for me, please? So you're going to have, for instance, window 1, window 2, window 3. Then there's going to be some drawings in there. What you're going to have, for instance, you're going to follow the story from left to right. Then you are going to have, let's say this. whatever person is here, blah, 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 blah. You're going to have what they call a speech bubble. And it looks like, simply looks like this, speech bubble. So they're going to say, read what is happening in there. It's the person's direct words in that speech bubble. Then you're going to have, number 2, you may have a thought bubble. What the person is thinking. Then, so that thought bubble may be even a dream that someone is having. It's the character's thoughts. So first you're going to look at the character's words. Yeah. Words, number 1, being said. Number 2, the person's thoughts. Then let's go down, let's do something else. Then we're going to look at, is the person using sound effects? And sound effects may be written in capital letters with exclamations. I definitely need for you to make notes of this. I definitely need for you to make, this is what you're looking out for. Number 1, the words. Number 2, the thoughts or the dreams. Number 3, it's going to be sound effects, onomatopoeia. Number 4, you're going to be looking at, are the words written in, this is 3. Actually, sorry guys, write it like this. 1, words, direct words. 2, thoughts, you're looking at the person's thoughts. Number 3, you're looking at, actually should have started with facial expressions. What is the expression saying? This is how you answer cartoons. This will be the answers that you give. Okay? 4, you're looking at sound effects. Just did that. Um, 5, you're looking at capital letters. Capital letters. What does capital letters mean to you?
When someone is shouting or screaming at you.
In WhatsApp as well. No? So you see if the person is screaming or shouting, they will ask you what gives you the indication that the person was angry. No? And then that could be a 3-mark question. 1, you'll answer. Why would it be 3 marks? 1, the person's facial expression. 2, it's written in capital letters. Number 3, it could be written in bold. Can you see? There's your 3 marks. There's one more. Oh, body language. This is what you answer to. You don't say, the person is jumping. Like, this is so apparent. It's so simple, but most of the people lose marks when they do cartoons because they don't know what they are looking for and you don't know what they are marking. Body language. So body language show how the character, I would say the person, feels. How do you know the person doesn't like the other person? His body language is slanted away from the person. That indicates, that's how you answer that. That his back is turned is facing the other person, or he's walking away from the other person. That's how you know that. Bold letters says he could be screaming. Then there's also punctuation. Is he asking a question? Is he using an exclamation mark? Is he using the ellipsis? Remember what ellipsis is? Yes or no?
An ellipsis is an incomplete thought.
One, two, three. Three dots. Yeah? Something is, some words have been left out, some words are not being said. Complete, use your own words to complete the sentence or your own interpretation. Sound effects, facial expression. Facial expression also has to do with feelings of the person. Thoughts, maybe what are his plans going forward, or what was the person thinking? Okay, is it now all making sense to you, Nate? Great, was that easy? Yes, I'm not arguing. Yes. Okay, let's see, let's answer this one. Let's quickly see. Yeah. Okay. Now let's start with this. Understanding other aspects of the media. Okay, here's your cartoon. We need to talk about this, says the dad, in front of the children. Not in front of the children, says the mom. Please go play outside. Children says not fair. You get to listen to our arguments. Okay? Yeah. Account for the change of attitude in the boys. Change for the change in the boy's attitude. Yeah, answer. Yeah.
In front,
He is smiling, talking at me, it's just so happy.
Now account for it. When you account something, you add 1 plus 1 equals 2. You give an account of it. Now you've given me 1 plus 1. Give me the account for it. What is your conclusion? Why?
so what did the person say in class? I can hear them.
Oh, he's saying that he was happier and that he's sad here now. But now you're saying why? Has his mood changed from happy to sad? You see that?
Because his parents told the children to leave, like to go play outside and not listen to the conversation or argument.
He was told by his father
Yeah,
to leave the room. Okay? And obviously they didn't want to have in front of the children. They did not want to have the conversation in front of kids. See how obvious it is, but how difficult it is to answer. If you, and I don't even mean that funny, because I've had that before. When I look at cartoons, I'm thinking, this is so obvious. But if you had just given the first one, it would not have, if you given your answer that way, it would not have given you a mark. We'll see how they mark. Let's see. Yes.
So the boy's attitude changes from 1 to 2. It changes from being curious to being because he wants to listen to his father's argument.
Yes. But now account for the change. You're now pointing it out. It's almost the obvious. Now they're saying, why has it changed? When they say account.
So isn't the why because he wants to listen to the parents' conversation?
Yes, but why else? What indicates?
because his father said the children needs to go play outside.
Great. Do you see that? You can point that out. We'll see how they mark it for you now. You're on the same page really. Let's go to comment on how humor is created in the cartoon. 3 marks. That's horrible.
So one of the daughter tells the parents that they get to listen to the children's argument, which is quite funny because the children has like no right to tell the parent to leave the house when they're arguing. So
She's saying this. And then that's one. Number two,
Like the exclamation mark, like the mother's face, she's quite like smiling, kind of is framed too.
is saying exclamation. She's using the exclamation mark for the parents. So she's almost throwing shade at them or something.
Then the mother, it has like a smile on her face, like she understands what the daughter is saying, and she kind of like finds it funny.
Oh, she says, okay, the mother has a smile on her face, and that sort of leans towards the humor. I also think maybe his body language. Like he was smiling here and he was very curious. Okay, I want to hear this out. And then boom, he walks like, no, he slants forward. Okay, let's see. Question 4.1 and question 4.2. See what that, okay. So, 4.1. Account for the change in the boy's attitude. Initially, the boy anticipates the entertainment offered by a parental quarrel, but is disappointed when he's sent away. So you did say his parents are sending him away, okay? But he was anticipating for the entertainment. We didn't note that. Look at him here. He was anticipating this was going to be entertaining for you. And now let's see how it changes. That looks like Jaden. And then boom, he's sent out, sent away. Got it. 2 marks. Let's look at the next question. Comment on how humor is created. Humor. The cartoon uses irony. Oh my word. Do you remember the word irony? And so they bring it in here to highlight the double standards practiced by the parents. Because we need to talk about this, not in front of the kids. And then here's the irony. You get to listen to our arguments. Okay. It's difficult, eh? Like you literally have to read into everything. Then it says, and the parents listen to the children's argument while the parents, expect privacy when they discuss sensitive issues. Award 3 marks only if the candidate refers to irony. How rude. So always see what, oh, maybe you can add there to our list, refer to or point out poetic devices used. It could be a simile, it could be a metaphor. They're using a metaphor. It could be that they're using onomatopoeia. It could be that, no, they could be using, what's the other one? A euphemism. Could be using, Aaron, did you write this down? Use figures of speech. Refer to figures of speech. On your listener for cartoons. Great. Let's talk about this one. Frame 1 to 4. Frame 1. We approach people for talking about themselves, but it is the subject they treat best. What's that, you ask? Now look at their body language. Look at their facial expressions. I got it out of a book of familiar quotations. Then she says, what do you mean familiar quotations? It's so familiar. How come I haven't heard it? How can they say it's familiar if I haven't heard of it? Look at her body language. Look at her facial expression. Then, if it was so familiar, it's familiar. What's that? Eyes have heard it, wouldn't I? How can they say it's so familiar if I ellipsis? Can you see that? And he says, oh, good grief. And look at his face. Let's look at question number 1. What do the boy's facial expressions and words, oh, good grief, reveal about him? What does it reveal about him?
shocked at this
He's shocked, okay?
yeah,
Remember when we talk about facial expression, we talk about feelings, no?
you have to know it.
Annoyed. What else?
Yeah.
It's 2 marks.
So like with his lips in a straight line, it's like he's been here before, like, oh good grief, like we've been like he has experienced this before, like he's irritated or like annoyed, like oh good grief, I don't need to explain this again, kind of like
Okay.
attitude.
Okay. Anyone else? When you're doing Afrikaans, you're going to be applying all of this. We literally did the Afrikaans lesson for cartoons now as well. It's everything you have to look at. What are we talking about? Let's see if we can see what this is. 4.3. The lines around his eyes. Did we notice that? Okay, let's see what they're saying about that. And straight mouth, we saw that. Reveal an attitude of defeat. His interjection shows his front. Okay. Welcome to Coons. No, not to the Coons. Welcome to the cartoons. Okay, 12. Okay. What did we say? Well, the point of this exercise is you look at everything and you give an explanation. So if they ask you for 2 marks, there's two things that they see. You refer to the line around his eyes. It's almost like he's defeated. You know? It shows his defeat. Then the straight line shows his frustration or his, what did you say? Irritation or the fact that he's annoyed. They'll use those words. So you have to say he's annoyed. When you say he's annoyed, then you say his mouth is in a straight line. Got it. The eyes, you have to look at those small things. What are they trying to indicate? Like you just said it, I've been here before, I'm defeated. It's resignation. Okay, let's go to the next question. Discuss any two techniques. Oh, this is not good. Discuss. I hate it when they ask you those questions. Otherwise, you must have the facts. Any two techniques used by the cartoonist to comment on the girl's character. So what are we going to comment on? We're going to talk about her. Look at the question. We're going to talk about her. No,
Body language.
no. This question you answer the other way around. When they say talk about a character, you're going to go back into the cartoon and look at a character. Let's for instance say she is happy. No? Her character portrays that she's a very happy, light-hearted person. Now we're going to use the technique. What did they use? Oh, a facial expression. Oh, I see she was singing. Can you see that? So the technique now works. It now works backwards. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Any two techniques of the ones that I've given you about her character. What can you say about the character?
Okay.
She's aggressive. And what indicates that?
Hands on her hips. Like she's a know-it-all, very bossy, and the way she rants on about how she knows or why she hasn't like heard of something as if she knows everything.
Okay, yeah, let's go with what Randy's saying. So Randy, when you answer that, she says she's aggressive. Her body language, you're going to say her arms are outstretched, and what does it show? Like how annoyed she is. Then maybe if you also want to talk about being aggressive, you can also look at so you've said body language, technique number 1. What other technique? Facial expression. What about the facial expression? Eyeball. Facial expression. What about it? You can't just mention them. What about the facial expression?
She looks confused as if she, like, why didn't she hear of this? Like, why isn't she familiar with something? Like, she kind of like looks confused and
Let's
pulled.
talk, let's talk about facial expression. That was technique number 2. Number 1 you mentioned was body language. Number 2 was facial expression. What about her facial expression?
Her mouth
Mouth is
is
open.
open.
Her mouth is open. Yes, her mouth is open. Look at the rings around her eyes. So that's how you answer those questions in its detail. Let's see what they've answered here. In frame 4, you go to that frame, it's the last one. The bold font portrays the girl's intimidating nature. Okay, can you see that this is not the same font as that one? We spoke about font, didn't we? Maybe say bold font. We said bold lettering, is that what we said? Use the word font. Okay, what font are they using? This is bold. What is it saying? It portrays her intimidating nature. Then, in frame 4 again, the cartoonist uses larger font to show the girl's bombastic attitude. Huh? Who is that? Is that you? Okay, then her body language. We're almost there. Outstretched hands. Can you see her body language? Wide open mouth. Indignant expression. Shows that she's a domineering person. Wow. Here's her characteristics. 1. Intimidating, bombastic, domineering. When you mention a character trait, you're going to say, oh, she's jumping here. Oh, she's using a bold font. Oh, she's screaming. Use this, what we've done here, as a model for yourself in order to look out for certain things when you answer those questions. And the same applies to Afrikaans, the exact same. Haar mond was oop, met ander woorde, sy praat kliphard, sy is 'n aggressiewe persoon. Got it? Aggressive. Aggressive. Okay? Got it? So that's for cartoons. I feel like I want to do ads. Are you in the mood? Do you have the?
Yes, you can do it.
Can we do ads? The more we do it, the better we become. So tomorrow when we come back, we do an ad again, and we do a cartoon again or something. It's a nice selfie. Go for it, boy. Okay. Let's see if we can do ads. Advertisements. Are you the online guys? Are you okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So,
I'm just gonna send you.
so
Sir.
Yes.
isn't it like math lit now?
I don't see any math teacher yet.
Oh,
We can
okay, cool.
just carry on until he arrives. Don't be like that, guys. Hello, sis. How are you? I'm good, thank you. Okay, I'm sending you some pics. Okay, fine. Yeah, let's do that. In fact, let me do this. Okay, I'm just sending you sending something on the group. English, HR, English, English. Let's send that one. There's another, what are we talking, cartoon that you can have a look at. And then I'm sending you this particular one. Okay, hold on, that's not what I want. I'll be with you in a minute. Sorry about this. Okay. Back to English. Okay. And then I'm sending you this one. Else. And that one. Great. Now let me send it. This one and this one. Send that to English. FAL. English. No, I'm sending it to everyone. Don't worry about it. There you go. Then I'm doing English. Jada. Yo. Then I'm sending it to English. HLE, FL, FLAM, FL online, HL online. There we go. Did you guys get it? And then HLAM. Did you guys get that one? And I'm doing that. You can see the way they answer the questions. Try and not get the answers first. Hier wel my aan mense van my besteding. Is it clear enough, guys? Just check if it's clear enough. Now, is it clear? The wording. On the picture of the ads. English. Did you get the advertisement? You're in the HRAM class, no? No, you didn't get the others. The pick, that's what I'm looking at. This one. This one. English. HR. Okay. Okay, let's HR or FL. Okay, great. Okay, let's finish this quickly. Chennai. English HR. Let's add Chennai. Okay. Maybe I should take a better pic of this. Yeah, I think that's better. I know you guys are just going to be confused. Don't worry about it. You'll survive. Okay, let's talk through this. If you can go to the advertisement one I've sent you. Did you get it? What do you mean? Are you online?
No.
Maybe you should try and go online. You know you have access. For now,
Yes, sir.
just go online. English, what's it called? 7 plus something. Of course you wouldn't get it if you're not online. Oh wait, the device of onomatopoeia. Okay, let's go. So, let's talk about advertisements. When you analyze advertisement, this is what you must comment on. Make your notes. Remember what we said, what we comment on for cartoons. This is what we comment on. One, we comment on values. And we comment on attitudes. What attitude, what values are they referring to? What values are they speaking to? Like, are you referring to the value of, let's say, family values? Family is important. Clicks, for instance. When they advertise or does skim, you'll see pictures of kids, nappies. You see, so we're talking to the value of family. Then number three, let's talk about emotive language. Emotive. What is emotive language? What word does it bring up, spring at you? Emotive language.
Motion.
Emotion. Emotion. Let's go to what emotive language is. Emotive language is to make you feel positive about a product. Emotive language is how it makes you feel. Normally, it's to make you feel positive about this product. Write it down, Jade. To make you feel positive, het ek al 3 keer gesê. You feel positive. Else they won't advertise it. No? Number 4, we're talking about persuasive language. They'll ask you what technique, or you can say they're using persuasive language in, for instance, the slogan, or what they are, or you want to say the tagline is persuasive. Persuasive, or it can be called manipulative. You are the best student in the class if you use 7 plus. You will get sevens
manipulating or
for
persuading
every
you
subject.
about what you use the
Yes,
service.
Randy? What were you saying?
So it's like the person who's advertising. Advertisement is trying to persuade or manipulate you to buy the product or use the service.
Thank you so much, Randy. You are correct. So when we say in persuasive language for 7 plus, you will get sevens for all your subjects. That's that's what they use. Yeah. Let's talk about pictures. What type of pictures are they using? Now, are they small ones? Are they big ones? Pictures of family, for instance, if your angle or if your target market is the family. For houses, for instance, what type of houses? You're looking at a house and you're thinking, wow, let's look at McDonald's. The big burgers that they advertise until you see it, you have it in your hand, and it's one bite. Okay. And then number 6 would be the layout of the advertisement. Okay, so guys, I think your maths lit class is starting now. I'm gonna move out of here quietly. Yeah, in a non-threatening way. Your maths lit teacher is here. When we get together tomorrow sometime for Afrikaans, we can go through this as well, and then just tie up the loose ends. But please go through what I've sent you. It's going to help you.
So,
And then maybe what? Yes, Randy.
it's Shanae. So can we
Oh, Shanae.
have the English class or are you teaching in Afrikaans?
Tomorrow, yes. Is that a problem for you, Shanae?
No, it's okay. I'm just wondering if the English can also join.
Oh, you can. If you are doing Afrikaans, you can. But I think I want to maybe start Afrikaans with this section of the work so that we can finish it off this week. And then you can start answering that question paper.
Okay.
Or maybe perhaps the same thing. What is that? What error was that? What error was that? Redundancy. Thank you. That's it. When you use a word that has already been used, it's redundancy. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, have a good one, everyone. Bye. Maybe perhaps I'll send you a question paper tomorrow.
It will be redundant.
It will, yes. Yes. Okay, fine. Good. So we'll do, I think you have 2 or 3 more Afrikaans poems, 1 for English and 2 for Afrikaans, because we did 2 last week, remember, that we're going to finish as we go along, but I definitely just want to focus on paper 1 to get you guys through it. Paper 2 we've done, with poems. Then there's just the books. That is 1 week of work, I promise you. 1 week, 2 days. 2 days for your novel, 2 days for your drama. It's gonna be easy. I am not worried about that really. And you will have time.